to the lake to go fishing. As soon as my car says there's no cars behind me. But anyway, we're gonna head down to a creek in Taylorsville. I'm hoping those bass are there because they get in there this time of year. I'm hoping that they're in there because if they're not, we'll just go to the tailwater, which is fine. I just don't. That place can be hit or miss, but I do love the tailwater though, regardless. But I'm over in Fairdale right now, so it's going to be a little bit of a drive. So we're going to go. It's going to be a drive, so we're going to go live. Is what I mean. But anyway, those smallmouth that get in there in that creek, they usually get in there around this time. It just depends. Sometimes it really depends on the water level. It has to be high for them to get in there, and then go down to get them trapped in there. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a hit or miss kind of a thing. Either they're in there or they're not. There's no. We might go exploring down that creek. I'm not sure yet, but it just depends on what it looks like. If I feel like there might be fish down there, I'll go down there. But if there's not, then I won't. What the hell is going on here? This motherfucker's just parked right in the middle of the road. That's pretty wild. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to keep this live going the whole day that I'm fishing, but I don't know if I can do that or not because I have to hold it in my hand, and I can't fish with it in my hand, so it's gonna be weird. I don't know if I'd be able to do it or not. Y'all like my new rod? It's pretty dope. I don't know if y'all. I'm not taking out the kayak today because it's supposed to be windy AF. Like starting at like right now, and it's supposed to at 10 o'clock. It's supposed to be picking up, and then the wind's supposed to increase to really high winds up until the time I leave. And when I leave, it's going to be at its peak. So I don't want to be paddling into the wind like I did last week. So I don't know if I told y'all that story, but it was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare last week. Trying to paddle into that wind, it was just horrible. And today is going to be just like that, so I'm not going to do that to myself again. So that's kind of why I'm not going to go out in the kayak today. But we are going fishing, and hopefully we can catch some stuff enough to make a video. That'd be pretty sweet. You know what I mean? Because it's been a while since I've actually made a video. Because the ice and the winter, and I mean, I know those are excuses, but hey, they're my excuses for right now. It's kind of tough in the wintertime, and I knew I was going to struggle for a little while, but I didn't realize I was going to struggle that fucking bad. So it was kind of shocking. No, let me rephrase that. It was humbling. It was very humbling to me on how inexperienced I was during the winter. But that's all right. Winter's about over, so hopefully we don't have to worry about that anymore. But anyway, we're gonna go over some baits. Hey, we're gonna be throwing some spinner baits. That's gonna be my number one, is a spinner bait. And if anybody's watching the Elite Series, hopefully Jason Christie pulls out the W, because I think he's throwing a spinner bait today. And I can't remember what lake they're on, but anyway, I hope him and because I think him and Seth Fighter are like right up there at the top, which is pretty damn sweet. It's just two really great fishermen. They obviously know what they're doing because they're like icons in the sport. But anyway, we're definitely gonna be throwing spinner baits and some chatter baits. I've got things get tough. I got a jig. I got some creature baits. We're probably gonna stick with those, but that I'm really hoping that spinner bait works out pretty well because that's what I want to catch them on. I'm using I got a Berkley one, and I think I have. Speaking of, I have a Jason Christie one, a Booyah, the Covert series. I think I'm probably going to tie that on too. I might cut that Berkeley off and drive that one just because I want Jason Christie to win this. Don't fucking do that, dickhead. Fucker was going to pull out in front of me. Anyway, I might tie on that covert just to kind of pull for Jason Christie because I really want him to win. And you know what's really crazy about Jason Christie is I never really watched him that much. I knew who he was. I never really watched him that much, but him and I have a lot in common as far as fishing is concerned. Like, him and I fish very similarly, but just different, you know what I mean? I'm not comparing myself, obviously, to Jason Christie. I'm just saying that him and I have similar styles. You know, there's baits that we like to throw, and we go out looking for water where that bait will shine. You know, being a spinnerbait or a chatterbait or flipping a jig or whatever. Because I think he won the classic flipping a jig on docks and stuff, which is one of my favorite things to do, is flip a jig anywhere that, you know, you can put it. It's just, I don't know, it's just my jam. Hey, how's it going? I'm kind of driving right now, so I can't really look at the look at this, even though I kind of did. I apologize. I'm on the Gene Snyder right now, if anybody's wondering. I have to turn this heat off because it is hot AF in here. There we go. Because it was like 37 degrees when I first started, and then now it's like 48. Literally within like an hour. Beastie Man, oh, what's up, Beastie Man? Thanks for joining the chat, or thanks for joining the live. I greatly appreciate that. But we're probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes away from where we're going fishing. I had to go drop off my daughter at my mom's house, and yeah, we got to drive all the way back to Taylorsville to go fishing. And I have a message from somebody that I'm not going to answer because I can't, because I am driving. Hey, but how y'all like my ride, though? My ride's pretty sweet, dude. I ain't gonna lie about it. It's and if you're wondering about that, my daughter loves that song, so I didn't change it. So when we were driving to my mom's house, we were listening to it. You know, I'm not sitting in here banging Wrecking Ball while I'm driving to go fishing. just throwing that out there, just in case y'all was wondering. Because that's not. I like the song, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would just blast, like, on the way to work or something. Hey, by the way, speaking of songs, on YouTube Music, if anybody has YouTube Music, go on YouTube Music and look up my channel, Local Hammer 82. I have a playlist called Fishing Song, Local Hammers Fishing Song. It's about fishing. Whether it's High Speed Beast, Bassman Ran, Adam J, Bass Butcher. There's a bunch of songs on there that's about fishing. They're really, really good. Highly recommend you check those out. Faux show. I listen to that like every single day, like when I go to work, or like on the way to work, or when I'm at work, or driving to go fishing, or whatever. But definitely check those out. They're really good. And if you want, I'll leave it in the description, actually. Whenever I get done with this, I'll put it in the description. That way you ain't got to even go look for it. It'll just be right there. I had a bunch of people on here. I don't know what the hell. Where'd they all go, man? What the hell? I had like 18 people on here at one point. That one person watching, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. We're passing Bardstown Road, which is still a little bit of a distance away from where we're going. I have a car coming up on me. I have to get over. Yes. Thankfully, I turned off the eyesight thing for my car. My car, like, whenever, if you take your eyes off the road, it'll start beeping at you. And I turned that shit off because, like, if I was to do this right now, this son of a bitch would never shut up. It'd be like beep 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 beep. And I'm like, all right, I gotta get. I can't have that on. Like, I turned it off permanently. I didn't do it just for this live thing. I turned it off for good because I can't. I'm like, At one point, I was like, I'm looking at the fucking road. But it still beeped. I'm like, I'm looking right at the road. Shut up. But, but hopefully today goes pretty well. We might, if they're not in that creek, we might go down to the dam, Taylorsville Dam. I'm hoping that this, the heat of these days that previous to now has warmed up those rocks on the dam, and those fish will go up there and start feeding. For that to work like better, I would have to go there early in the morning. I don't have that option, though. I can't. So I'm hoping that I might mess around over there on the bank. But we are going to go to the tailwater eventually today. I don't know when, but we will go there eventually. We're mainly going to stay at the tailwater, or not the tailwater, but the dam. We're going to go to the creek first, then we're going to go to the dam, and then we'll probably hit the tailwater. The dam is just like, it's one of those deals where it's hit or miss as well. I mean, there's fish there year round. It's just finding them is the key. The hardest part is finding them. There's some spawning pockets over there. I don't know if they're facing the correct direction for them to spawn in, but I don't see why they wouldn't. What the fuck is that? I have a policia. I need to get over. No, I don't. Never mind. There was a police officer down here in the emergency lane, and he had his lights on, and I needed to get over, but now I don't need to get over because he took off. We have nobody watching now. What the F's, man? How's it going? We're on our way to go fishing. We're almost there. We're almost at the Taylorsville exit where I get off to go to Taylorsville Lake. But we're not going to go to Taylorsville Lake per se at first. We're going to go to this creek down here at the end of Taylorsville. I think it's called Brashears Creek. We're going to see if those smallmouth are in there yet. And if they're not, then we're going to go to the dam, Taylorsville Dam. And I am like right next to a bus, and I don't like it. If this motherfucker would go. Oh my word. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Yeah. Big John. Brony. About to drop some backwoods bars. If y'all don't know what song that is, it's called Two Poles by High Speed Chase. It's a really good song. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's the weirdest. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's like, it looks like the fucking Olympics circles. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Yeah, it is. It is the Olympic circles. Holy shit. It's pretty cool. Like the emblem, the Olympic circle's the emblem. It says Team USA? Yeah. That's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie about it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. That's pretty damn dope right there, by God. But we finally got off at Taylorsville Lake, or Taylorsville Road. We are on our way. As long as nothing crazy happens, we're going fishing today. Remember whenever that dude hit me going to my mom's house? That was not a very good day. Because of that day, it happened on my dad's birthday, actually. Because of that day, I am driving the vehicle that I'm driving right now. I like it a lot. I ain't gonna lie about it. If y'all are in the market for an SUV or whatever, I highly recommend the Outback, the new ones. They're pretty dope. I like them a lot. But I will tell you that I didn't know this until like a week ago, that the 2026 Outbacks do not come with standard built-in crossbars. They do not. So if you're going to get crossbars, you're going to have to get a different trim. What I mean by trim is like higher cost vehicle. So, or you'll have to get them installed at Subaru, which is like $600 fucking dollars, and I'm like, you're high. I'm not paying $600 for fucking crossbars. So what I did is I bought these straps that are like, they hold like 600 pounds a piece. So I'm gonna strap them onto my rails to make crossbars, and I'm gonna set my kayak on the straps, and then I'm gonna strap the kayak to the bars. That's how I'm gonna transport my kayak to and from Storage Lake. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's what I plan on doing with it. I think it'll work perfectly. I'm a dumbass and put it up on the actual roof on the paint, and I think, well, no, I don't think, I did scratch my paint up there, so I'll have to get something and fix that before it becomes a problem. I mean, you can't see it. It's on the damn roof, so, but it's still there, and it bothers the shit out of me. But anyway, that's how I plan on transporting it. I apologize for the lighting. It's terrible. I know the sun's like right there. Hoping we get a different angle and the lighting gets better, so I get around this fucking slow ass car. Thank you. Viva asked the questions. Get cruise control going. There we go. Cruise control. But we're on a road called Highway 155. All right. I'll see you on the water.